Meet me on the west coast in the salt air. Breathe slow. Go out to the unknown, we'll make it our own. Meet me on the west coast, we'll make it our own. She said, the New Year sky's a haze from the back rooms and champagne. That New York City night, the first time your lips found mine, the moment everything had changed, everything had changed, everything had changed. Meet me on the west coast in the salt air. Breathe slow. Go out to the unknown, we'll make it our own. Meet me on the west coast. Concrete in red through apartment window panes, we find a room to slip away. Curtain holds out the light with your hands folded in mine. The moment everything had changed, everything had changed, everything has changed. Meet me on the west coast in the salt air. Breathe slow.
Log 5/26/2018, 5 days at sea. We woke up this morning at around 8:30, each person getting the tent more and more dirty. Next, we ate an oatmeal breakfast early, hoping to sustain ourselves for a steadfast journey. Even though we got on the water late, when we saw the landscape, there was no debate. A little while longer, and we were on the riptides, and the laws of nature we had to abide. At last, we rolled up to a crowded bay, and it was the end of a long paddling day. We set up our tents at the huge campsite, and the galley crew satisfied our every bite. Now we're sitting here looking at the last of the sun, thinking about the day and how it was fun.
The unknown, we'll make it our own. Meet me on the west coast. You can run away. Take a moment to see, a moment to be all the things you need. This love isn't over yet. I will run away to the mountains and rain, the sun in LA. I'll wait for another day. We can begin again. Meet me on the west coast. Meet me on the west coast.
I took a lot of risks on this trip, and one of the biggest risks was kayaking in general, and then on the long kayaks, because I've never really kayaked before on my own. And so on the long kayaks, it was hard to push myself to continue to keep up a steady pace that I could maintain. But my partner really helped me. Like, talking to your partners and being comfortable with the group really helps to make the long paddles seem shorter.
One thing that I learned is that it really is a group effort.
So I feel something I learned about myself this trip was, at least for me, I'm a total extrovert and I love hanging out with other people. But during this trip, we did this thing called solos, which is the first time we did it, we got an hour by ourselves in nature with a pen, journal, and some water, and just wrote about what we saw and reflected, and we got to draw our surroundings. And 1 hour was not a ton of time. It went by pretty fast. But the next time we did it was 3 hours, and I was really not excited for it. I was almost like, why do I have to do this? I was kind of upset we had to do this. But I don't know, 30 minutes in, after like the first 30 minutes was pretty slow, it went by pretty fast, and I actually really enjoyed having some time to myself in nature.
Alright, so a challenge for me, or risk for me, was probably camping, because it's not something I've done before. So it's very different, and you don't have access to a lot of the stuff like you do at home. So
Okay, Amari, tell me something you learned about on this trip.
You know, I'm never really scared of insects, but until I got on this trip, I didn't know that I didn't like ants. Ants are just so scary. They have like 19 legs, and they're just like walking around. They're like the fat red ones. Oh my goodness, they're so scary.
Meeting the West Coast, salt air.